What a year to be a Tiger. Pickens won their state championship a couple of months ago, and the Tigers, they win their national championship last night. Former LSU Tiger, current Pickens head coach Tigers, JC Holt is here with me right now. First and foremost, last night, when that last out happened, where were you and what was the celebration like for you for LSU?
Well, we were at my mom and dad's house, actually, so we went down there and we were watching the game, and they got down early with that two-run homer. Florida hits that two-run homer, so we got kind of nervous for a little bit. Then we had that big inning in the third, or the second actually, when we went up 6-2. So started feeling a lot better. But man, what an awesome last couple months, man. When you're able to win it for your high school, we won it this past year, and then we have a Pitkin Tiger on the LSU Tiger team and Garrett Edwards, and them guys win the national championship last night. My alma mater, man. No better day to be a Tiger.
Now, speaking of Garrett Edwards, he was out there on the roster last night. He was there all year. You coached him in high school, got to see him play a little bit in college. What was that moment like after the game? Did any interaction between you two guys?
Yeah, we text messages. He sent me a picture of him with the trophy. So it's always special, man. I was just super proud of the university, but super proud that he was on the team. He's become real close with all those guys. And, man, what a season for the Tigers, man. I mean, they started off preseason number 1, was rocking and rolling, and then all of a sudden, injuries happen, and then everybody's thinking that, man, they might not even get to Omaha, and here they are hosting the national championship trophy. So that's pretty awesome.
Now, was you nervous at all? I know for myself I was nervous that Paul Skeens wasn't on the mound. Was you nervous at all when you seen that, hey, he's not starting tonight?
Well, I kind of, that's the one good thing about having a player on the team. I kind of had the inside scoop on what was going to happen. So I knew Hurd was going to go on the mound. And I knew, talking to Garrett, that Hurd has big league stuff and he's been throwing the ball well, and I knew that if he had his stuff, that we were going to be okay. And then we also had Riley Cooper and all those guys still able to throw. So a little nervous, yes, but them guys stepped up in a huge way. To win a national championship, you got to have other guys step up besides your superstars. And man, did that bullpen ever step up. And them guys, Ty Floyd, Cooper, Hurd, Guidry, all those guys, man, Herring, the little lefty, man, they all did a great job and just stepped up in huge, huge spots. And, Ty Floyd sets the record for most strikeouts by a Tiger in the College World Series with 17, man. It's crazy, but they did a great job. It was fun to watch, really fun to watch.
Now, my understanding, I know you're an outfielder. Yeah. When you don't have your main guy on the mound, does your mindset change a little bit when you're entering in a game like that?
Well, sure. You just want to make sure that, you don't mess anything up. You want to go out there and you want to play flawless baseball, but you also got to go out there with nothing to lose. Them guys are – the only thing you can ask for is to play on the last day of the season. There's only 2 teams that get to do that. So, and LSU had that, and I knew after the game on Sunday when we got beat really bad, I honestly liked that, and this is the reason why, is because it's very difficult to score 24 runs in a game and turn around the next day and do it again. So, and then I knew LSU was due for a big breakout game. The offense is too good and too potent, and we hadn't been scoring but 3 or 4 runs during the College World Series. So I knew at some point they were going to bust loose, and what better day to do it than Game 3 of the National Championship Series.
Now, we just talked about the town of Pickens is on fire right now. You guys winning a championship. Garrett Edwards, who played here, wins a championship. You guys are getting the key to the city soon. What's going on with that?
I don't know, man. The guy's been a pretty special part of Pitkin, man, and he's he won a state championship here in high school. Went to the semifinals, the Final Four a couple of times in basketball. He was a great basketball player, and now he wins a national championship at LSU, which is pretty sweet, pretty awesome. So, it's been a great couple months to be a Pitkin Tiger for sure, and an even greater one to be a LSU Tiger. So, that we have a Pitkin Tiger on the LSU Tiger team makes it that much more special.
And then my last question to you is basically, what was special about this team? I know that you got there twice. You didn't get the job done, but this team goes in. What was kind of special for the storyline that you've seen for this team all year?
Well, the pitching staff was we all knew that they were loaded hitting-wise. We knew that they could score runs. The question mark was, hey, what are they going to do behind Skeens? And, man, did they ever answer the bell, man. So if you go back and look at all the national championship teams that LSU's had, the other 6, they all had pretty special pitching, or they had guys step up in huge situations. And you got to have that. And, man, did these guys step up on the biggest stage. you look at some of the guys had 4, 5, 6 ERAs, were unhittable during this last 10-day stretch in Omaha. So you got to have those kind of guys. You got to have those guys step up, and that's, to me, was what was so special. But I will tell you this, nothing gets better than being an LSU Tiger. I mean, the LSU fan base is the greatest in the country, and it's just a special time to be in Louisiana, man, because we love our LSU Tigers, as evidenced to the almost 70,000 Jello shots that they sold at Rocco's when we were up there. So the city of Omaha loves LSU because they know that we travel well, and man, I think half the state of Louisiana was up there. So it's just a special day to be an LSU Tiger.
Yes, sir. It's very special to be an LSU Tiger, and I don't know if they're going to have Jello shots at their games next year, but that doesn't mean that shouldn't stop you from coming. Thank you, guys. Back to you in the studio, Dylan.